It ain't good to make all that money if you ain't got any of it to keep yourself, bro. Keep your money. Because as great as you are, I got news for you. You ain't gonna be able to perform like that forever. We all get old. Father Time is undefeated. Make sure your wallet's fat.
Floyd Mayweather is in a breach. He is officially in a breach. He's been in a breach since the day he went out and said what he said on Saturday, but he's officially in a breach as of yesterday. He has a cure period. There are certain things that he needs to do, and he has multiple breaches, not just one.
Stephen A. Smith has issued a stern warning to Floyd Mayweather Jr. regarding an alleged $100 million lawsuit involving Netflix. This legal matter reportedly stems from contract violations related to his fight agreement with Manny Pacquiao. Sources indicate that Mayweather could be confronting mounting financial strain alongside multiple legal challenges that might result in severe consequences.
Dangerous man with some money in my pocket, remember that? Well, that money may be going if a recent report by News Nation is true. I'm just so stunned.
The situation has left observers shocked as Jazz Matherther indicates Floyd Mayweather Jr. faces potential serious legal trouble. According to reports, Mayweather executed 3 distinct contracts that classified the event as a professional bout, yet the fight was subsequently marketed as an exhibition. Matherther contends this reclassification potentially breaches the original contract terms, possibly exposing Mayweather to substantial financial liabilities and legal action from the contracting parties.
So this was never an exhibition. It was never going to be an exhibition. It was never signed as an exhibition. Manny Pacquiao has no interest in doing an exhibition with Floyd. And just for the record, what the public doesn't know, Floyd Mayweather signed not 1, not 2, but 3 different agreements on 3 different dates with 2 different parties that ultimately got intertwined in the month of January. And this is all related to his return to professional boxing. First one was on October 24th. The second one was on November 6th. Third one was on December 14th. He received money for all 3 agreements when he signed them, okay? Not only that, he's taken an advance on his purse on this Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, okay, on his fight against Pacquiao. So there's another lender also that's now involved in this, okay? So him saying that it's not at the Sphere, him saying that there's no real...
Manny Pacquiao has declared his willingness to face Floyd Mayweather Jr. exclusively under the condition of a fully sanctioned official rematch. The Filipino champion maintains their rivalry remains incomplete with unresolved questions lingering between them. Pacquiao emphasized his desire to conclude their debate through a legitimate professional contest where he can demonstrate his abilities under proper sanctioned regulations.
A rematch. Why do you want to re-enter?
I think we need this rematch because of the unfinished business in the first one. Like there's a doubt, like I'm supposedly win the fight, and there's a lot of distraction on the first fight. I got injured my shoulder, my rotator cuff, so that's why I got operated right after the fight. So we need the rematch.
According to Manny Pacquiao's promoter Jazz Matter, negotiations must conclude by April 14th or the proposed bout will be permanently canceled. Matter stressed during a recent interview that failure to reach terms before this firm deadline means the anticipated matchup will not proceed under any circumstances.
Breaking news from The Ring magazine. Manny Pacquiao was on the show today, Inside the Ring, and he has announced that tomorrow is the deadline to negotiate and finalize a deal between Mayweather and Pacquiao. If the deal's not reached tomorrow, apparently the fight is off, because of course it is. But let's take a look at this segment, and Manny's going to speak on what's happening.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
What is the deadline? Obviously, Netflix already announced that you have to... What is the hard deadline to get this resolved?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, what time?
14th. End of business day.
End of business tomorrow.
Yeah. And we're getting ahead. We're getting ahead. As long as he's got smart people around him that can see the size of the opportunity, then they can make him a lot of money, more money than he's made in the last 5.
Matter additionally revealed that Netflix and other stakeholders are integral to these complex negotiations. He emphasized that inability to finalize agreements could spark legal disputes, making swift resolution crucial for all involved parties.
This is not going to resolve to your liking and Manny's liking by tomorrow, and Netflix's liking. Then legal proceedings will begin.
I guess. Look, that's not directly in our hands or in my hands to speak on. There's many parties involved, but all I can say is we are making headway on it. There is a contract in place, and I think better sense will prevail here. We hope it will.
Let me ask you this.
Why? Always something. Floyd, man, it's always something. Whether it's waiting to the last minute to negotiate. I mean, by the way, he's always done this. He's 4 or 5 weeks before a fight is when he'll sign something and then start training. But especially after his career, right? The weird stuff in Dubai when he was held up and he had to pay those men that he owed money to, the scammy kind of nature he went about the Logan Paul fight where he sold the rights to the fight apparently and Logan saw none of that and then they didn't even fight where they were supposed to, the thing with Deji where he was trying to negotiate glove size and weight and all that like an hour before and held out until Jake Paul was removed from the...
Floyd Mayweather Jr. maintains that Manny Pacquiao should accept the exhibition format without complaint. From his perspective, the event represents a massive opportunity with potential to create unprecedented financial returns in boxing history.
Manny had a great career, but boxing retired Manny. Manny didn't retire from boxing. There's a difference. So, of course, if I was Manny Pacquiao, would I be chasing Floyd Mayweather to do an exhibition to get a good payday? Absolutely, absolutely.
Stephen A. Smith has repeatedly condemned Floyd Mayweather Jr. Quote's continued focus on exhibition matches following his professional retirement. While acknowledging that occasional such events might be acceptable, Smith argues that consistently facing subpar opposition threatens to undermine the remarkable legacy Mayweather built throughout his active career.
The greatest boxers, if not the greatest boxer in history. He's absolutely sensational. But he retired years ago, and for me personally, I know these exhibition matches are entertaining. I like the one with Conor McGregor, not so much the one with Logan Paul. I just see some of these things, and this is just my personal feeling. When you're that great and you're that elite, no one deserves, not just anyone deserves to be in the ring with you, even if you are retired, even if it is for exhibition purposes. This is not a movie. This is not Rocky 3, where Rocky is going against Thunderbolt, who that was his name, or Hulk Hogan.
Despite ongoing criticism, financial motivation appears central to Floyd Mayweather Jr. Quote, strategic decisions. During a previous interview, Stephen A. Smith directly challenged him about prioritizing immediate earnings versus long-term legacy preservation. Mayweather justified his approach by highlighting his business-focused mentality and explaining his systematic income generation methods.
It's like, listen, a lot of people out there wish they could be in the ring, on a basketball court with a LeBron James, all right? You don't deserve it. You're not him. You're not on his level. He's so elite. He's so phenomenal. You don't deserve to be in that arena with him unless you've earned it. So that's just how I look at it. These exhibitions and all of that stuff, that little melee and stuff don't matter to me. As far as I'm concerned, it could have potentially been orchestrated. I don't know. But I do know not just anybody should be allowed to be in the ring with Floyd Money Mayweather.
Meanwhile, boxing journalist Lance Pugmire reports Manny Pacquiao has adopted an inflexible position, refusing to proceed unless Floyd Mayweather Jr. completely honors all stipulations contained within their signed agreements.
You made money. You're going to make a hell of a lot more money.
But the main thing is I made smart investments and I still make millions every month.
Do you care about your boxing legacy?
More than what?
Well, we ain't gonna say more than money. We know better. We're not gonna say more than money. We know better.
More than my family? No. So what's more important? My children. Because when I make this money, you know what? I put my children and my family in a position that they are entrepreneurs. They are bosses. I don't want my kids to have to answer to nobody. So I will take the long road. I will take the bumps and the bruises.
These advance payments have generated questions about Floyd Mayweather Jr. Quote's financial structures, particularly whether commitments to investors or creditors might influence or complicate his upcoming event-related decisions.
he actually signed 2 contracts to fight Floyd back in the day, and it didn't happen. And he said this time when it came around that they were negotiating for this fight that's going to be on Netflix at the Sphere, he said, I'm not doing anything until Floyd signs. You guys bring me a signed Floyd contract and then I'll sign it. And so that has happened. And so Manny is like, look, it's signed. He knows that this is supposed to be a real fight. He knows that this is going to be at the Sphere on Netflix. Nothing but that is going to take place. If he decides to walk away from it, there's going to be repercussions. There's going to be, I think the way he phrased it was, there's going to be problems. And clearly he's talking about legal maneuvers that would take place against Floyd. And he's calling his bluff. He's like, look, you can either engage in this fight that you have signed for, or I'll see.
Jazz Matter considers this rematch ideally suited to current market dynamics, citing boxing's recent global popularity surge and streaming platforms like Netflix displacing traditional pay-per-view models. He argues the combination of massive worldwide viewership, enhanced international accessibility, and nostalgic appeal from their original encounter creates exceptional commercial value.
Get some boss moves in terms of the way that he's handling this, it certainly seems. Now, I just want to touch on that problems statement. What does that refer to? Because there's reports I've heard that there's been money given out. Would that have to be recouped? Is there any credence to that there has been money given out already in advance?
Yeah, this is one of those things, guys. I always feel a little bit icky because I haven't seen it myself, right. So I'd rather see things before I talk about it. But I have. They did say that there has been advances that have been made. That Netflix has given Mayweather some financial advances, and we're talking millions of dollars. I don't know exactly, but when I threw out a figure, they said it's even higher than what I threw out. I threw out multiple millions of dollars. That Netflix has provided some money, that Floyd apparently has taken the contracts that he's had and has gone to a lender and said, look, I'm going to be earning all of this money. Here's the signed contract proving so. And then that the lender has given him some cash up front based on that as well. So he's basically taken these numerous advances on the earnings that he's going to.
Conversely, Dan Patrick expresses doubt about genuine public interest in a Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Manny Pacquiao rematch, questioning who actually wants this fight. He contends limited fan demand exists, with many believing their initial meeting already resolved their rivalry. Patrick suggests the rematch push stems from commercial opportunity rather than legitimate competitive necessity.
Is the right moment for this rematch?
Look at boxing. Look at how boxing's at the forefront of everything, right? I mean, it's the original legacy sport. You have people from everywhere watching it. It's global. And then Floyd and Manny's first fight was the highest grossing boxing event of all time, record breaking. So now you shift from the pay-per-view era into streaming era. You have Netflix that's the dominant force. And look, they have positioned themselves as a premier producer and broadcaster in boxing, right? And for their live streams and whatnot, live events. So having Manny and Floyd on Netflix is the biggest thing in the streaming era, right? So they've done, these guys did it once in pay-per-view, and they're going to want to shatter all the records again.
Public sentiment appears mixed regarding fan interest in this potential rematch.
I want to see it. Everybody wants it.
The appetite's there.
The appetite's
I watch fights.
Listen, the appetite's definitely there, and just the platform of Netflix and the opportunities that are going to come out of it for both of them, right? Yeah. And
Similarly, Simon Jordan argues that Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Manny Pacquiao rematch discussions are commercially rather than athletically motivated. He questions revisiting this rivalry given Pacquiao's continued fighting into his later years with inconsistent recent performances showing natural decline. Jordan notes Mayweather's post-retirement activity primarily consists of exhibition appearances, including his Conor McGregor bout, which he views as entertainment rather than elite competition.
That I thought it was a joke when I saw it. I still think it's a joke, but it's actually real, and that is Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather in September at the Sphere in Las Vegas. Last time they fought, I believe, was May of 2015. I don't know who was asking for this. And you go back to that 11 years ago, we found out after the fact that Pacquiao had an injured shoulder. And I would say that it got too far. Now, I remember talking, I can't even say who I was talking to. Wow. Got to be careful.
Statute of limitations?
Yeah. No. It got... Felt like that somebody wanted to call this fight off, and they were told you can't. It was too deep, too deep in the game, and there was...
Several boxing analysts speculate Floyd Mayweather Jr. confronts combined financial and legal pressures, citing various factors including ongoing Showtime disputes, alleged debts, real estate financial strain, and substantial lifestyle costs. These claims frequently surface in discussions about his overall financial status, with some arguing that despite massive career earnings, much wealth may not exist in immediately accessible liquid form.
Pacquiao's had a fight recently, hasn't he, against Mario Barris, who's just lost his title to Ryan Garcia, deservedly so. And that was a draw in which most people saw Pacquiao at the end of his career, saw what was left of him, and were not too happy that he came back again. Floyd Mayweather has had a variety of different bouts. I mean, I hear that he's going to fight Mike Tyson. I don't understand what that thinking is. Or an exhibition. We've seen him fight and hold up Conor McGregor in an exhibition fight. It's Netflix building entertainment models around sport. Sport is entertainment. It crosses over. Netflix have got a proven model of success that ultimately they invest some money into these sort of things, whether it's Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson or Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. They'll look at their lifetime value of their average subscriber, not every subscriber, but their average subscriber, and then they multiply it by the amount of subscribers they think they're going to get as new ones, and they make a commitment.
Whack 100. However, a Floyd Mayweather Jr. business associate has dismissed rumors regarding the boxer's supposed financial troubles. He states Mayweather remains actively involved in profitable business ventures, generating substantial income beyond boxing. According to him, Mayweather's diversified interests, including investments, promotional work, and endorsement deals, ensure continued financial stability and global business activity.
Bond millions of dollars to the IRS. You're buying assets that don't appreciate. You're having to sell back things and close businesses. You are not paying rent on spots in New York, on private jets, that one of which he had to already sell. And then you're in two major lawsuits that are probably going to take a long time to figure out. If you don't sign this contract, Floyd might legitimately go broke and declare bankruptcy. I'm not even joking about that. He might actually go broke. I don't know how much money he has actually liquid. Because remember, when he fought Conor McGregor back in, 2017, 2018? He told the IRS he didn't have liquid amount of money, $20 million liquid after making almost $1 billion. He didn't have it. And if he didn't have it then, he got paid crazy off the Conor fight, true. But since then, what has happened? Losses after liens, after non-payment, Dude, this might be the one time where Floyd is strong-armed into signing a fight that he maybe didn't want to be a part of if he, didn't think it was a pro, or he signed down for it and didn't understand. I have no idea, but he that's the other thing. He signed three separate contracts, according to Manny Pacquiao's team already. What did you think this was?
Whack 100 further claims Floyd Mayweather Jr. quote's primary focus involves maintaining personal tranquility, remaining unaffected by public criticism or external commentary. He reports Mayweather completely avoids social media, preferring a private, stress-free lifestyle centered around family. According to Whack 100, Mayweather currently enjoys his grandfather role, living comfortably while prioritizing personal well-being and happiness over public attention or media exposure.
And I've been to his home. I talk to him regular. He's my business partner. I think he's richer in his peace of mind, because nothing that's going on out there is phasing him or get to him. He doesn't even control his social media. He doesn't see it. I'm telling you, he doesn't see it.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's posting himself. He has someone that
doesn't see it. He doesn't pay it any attention. When I need something done, I have to send it through different channels for it to get done. But no, he's definitely not. I mean, we know that. He has tons of businesses going on. They were making accusations that he didn't own the things he owned. You're not gonna find nothing in Floyd's name directly. You're not gonna find, when you're dealing with that type of money and those type of situations, you know this, Vlad, it's set up. It could be a foundation, trust.
Yeah,
These various business entities and corporate structures continue operating successfully.
Some of these people that they own, they'll say they own 40 different companies, but what it is, they're part of an investment group that owns this. Not to say that's Floyd's case, but Floyd's all right. He's where he wants to be. He's content with himself. And
what are your thoughts on a potential Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao rematch? Should this fight materialize again, or would you prefer it remain in the past? Share your perspective in the comments section below.